Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on Bitcoin. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we can see, Bitcoin made this massive corrective movement, but don't panic. This movement is very normal. As you can see, corrective here, here, and here as well. And we are still overall bullish. Here's why. When we are in a bullish trend, the price would be making higher lows and higher highs, right? And the momentum would be shifted from bullish to bearish only as per the market structure 101, only when the last low is broken down. So here's our last low, and it happens to be also the 50k, 48 and 50k zone. So until Bitcoin breaks below this area, we would be overall bullish and we are still looking for buy setups. And when we are in a bullish trend, for those who know me know that, we always wait for the corrective movement to end to look for buy setups to catch the next impulse movement. For example, we've had an impulse here. On the corrective, we were looking for buy setups, but we can't really know where the corrective would end and the impulse would start. That's why we try to make sense of the chart. We try to look for rejection areas for extra confirmation on lower time frames. For example, here on the corrective movement, we have the 30k round number, and we were looking for buy setups on lower time frames here with extra confirmation, and the exact same thing around here as well. Let me show you around here, and the 50k we're looking for buy setups to add more longs, right? So we are still overall bullish, and we can even draw this line that you saw earlier, and let's make an offset. So we are overall bullish from a long-term perspective, as you can see here and here, and now we are also overall bullish from a medium-term perspective. And yes, when the impulse is getting flatter, so aggressive, steep, aggressive, and now it's getting flatter, we know that we might have a potential reversal, but the reversal would be confirmed only after a break below the previous swing low, which didn't happen yet. So now we are still bullish on Bitcoin, and since, as mentioned previously, we had this corrective movement like here, here, and here, we are now looking for what? For buy setups to catch the next impulse. Buy setups to catch the next impulse, and you already got the idea, right? So now we are looking for buy setups, knowing that the corrective movement may not end here. It can still go down to around the 50k, which is a very strong round number, and obviously it's now acting as a demand and support many times. We had rejections from it here and here as well. So long story short, let me draw this one again. Long story short, we are still overall bullish. We are still fine. Don't panic. We'll be looking for buy setups here. We don't enter blindly. Always follow your trading plan. I have, as per my trading plan, I zoom into lower time frames, but I don't have anything to mention yet. That's why I didn't zoom now, and look for reversal bullish pattern in this case, as I'm looking for buy setups. For example, a trend line break, a double bottom pattern, inverse and shoulders, and so on. So always follow your trading plan and only enter with extra confirmation. But long story short, we're overall bullish unless Bitcoin breaks below the 50 and 48k, which is the previous swing low, right? Then and only then we can say that we might have a shift in momentum, and we might have a potential downtrend. But anyway, let's take it step by step, right? We'll be looking for buy setups now at the next impulse movement around the 70k, which is the intersection of the trend line and of obviously the 70k. And knowing that Bitcoin can still go down to around here to test the 50k one more time to get more liquidity to be able to push price higher. As for my last picture analysis, we're waiting for XRP to break above our red trend line to buy or to add more longs. It depends if you are currently holding or not. For example, I've been holding since 2018, and I always look for opportunities to add more longs. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. So, and as mentioned in the description below, the idea is that meanwhile, until the buy is activated, XRP would be overall bearish and can still break the demand zone downward to reach the one round number. In this case, we'll be looking for new buy setups to fall, and that's what happened. So the demand is no longer valid, And of course, this didn't happen, so we are still overall bearish. And let's update our trend line to cover the latest price action. And you can see that we can draw a valid trend line by connecting 1, 2, and 3. So this is a valid trend line. And as mentioned previously, now we'll be looking for trend following buy setups around number 1, which is also a strong demand area as price made an aggressive movement upward from it. So demand, and then we've got a base here and then a demand here. So this is a rally, base, and then rally again. So this is a demand that price broke it downward, so it's no longer valid, but this one is still fresh. So we've got the demand zone, we've got the 1 round number, and we also have the trend line, but we will not buy immediately as usual. For those who know me, we always wait for extra confirmation and trigger. And in this case, we'll be waiting for a break above the trend line, but not only the trend line, above the last swing high. So for example, if price now forms like this and goes lower, then this one would be the last swing high and we'll enter buy after a momentum candle close above it, right? So, and as you will see me doing like this, as usual, it would be in gray for our trigger swing. That's it. And you will see me writing a trigger like this. All right, so that's what I'm personally waiting on XRP. And if this happens, I will add more longs. And meanwhile, until this happens, and as usual, XRP would be overall bearish and can still trade lower and lower. But the first key rejection area would be around this one round number and demand zone. So we'll be looking for buy setups as long as XRP doesn't break below it. Okay, that's it. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next.